Hey guys, just a little note that I'm adding to the front of the video here, because I did forget to mention it in this 40-minute long VOD. Please be aware that the Omni Gems that you can now farm from the boss stages of these scenarios are sellable. Alright, so when you get them, right, so as we're about to see here, you need to be aware that you might accidentally sell them, and please try not to do that. So as the reward pops up here, I'll show you guys. Reach max entry. You can see here we have 15 of them. If I go sell all, they will be selected. So please make sure you unselect them before hitting sell and OK. And then we've got our Omni Gems. All right, just a little pre-warning right at the front of the video here. At the front of the video here, please be aware. And happy progress, guys. Enjoy the video. Yeah. Bam. What's up, guys? Patch has dropped, and we're gonna dive in. We're gonna have a look at the key changes for the patch, and what you guys can kind of expect, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about what we should be aiming for at the moment, and what you want to be doing now that the patch is here. And honestly, it's not going to be much different to what you were already doing. All right. If I'm going to be totally upfront with you guys when it comes to your like the way that you want to kind of progress and continue to evolve your Skylanders and stuff, it's not going to change much at all. Now, as you can see, the first thing we're going to get here is this new little event attendance that we've got going on. 100 free energy, quite nice. As you can see, we've got multiple days here. Now, I'm not sure exactly if this is just a one-time thing. All right, yeah, no, sorry. Look, there we are. 19 days. All right, 19 days. There you go. But as you can see, day 7, we get a little scroll, and day 14, we get an ultra premium ticket. That's going to be nice. You've got your monthly login reward here, and obviously the 7-day event hasn't gone anywhere. All right, so we'll just claim these quickly. Now, the next thing you'll notice is that floating Master Eon Guide's head. All right, so just let me grab all this this stuff quickly. All right, I'll leave that energy there since I'm just logging in quickly. We've had a little bit of some connection issues with everyone logging in at once, but they seem to be sorted for now. And we'll jump into the Master Eon Guide in a minute. I want to show you guys the changes to the arena first. All right. So first and foremost, have a look at the RTA, the friendly matches. You'll see that the interface has changed, right? We now have our daily reward boxes and daily victory boxes over here. They're looking nice and neat, and we now have a record, right, for the matches. So let's jump into a quick one. Whoops, I keep forgetting that they've swapped it over. So let's see if we can grab a quick RTA, and I'll show you guys what it looks like after we've actually hit someone in an RTA, and we can see the record now, right? So here we go, guys. Ooh, let's hope for a win, eh? And then we'll jump in and have a quick look at the changes to the arena. All right. So once again, we'll queue up these skills. Queue up Ninjini. Uh-oh, we did not get the first turn. That's all right. We'll see how we go here. We haven't quite done much damage. Ooh. Okay, does not like Kaboom. Ninjini sorted that elf out nice and quick. Please check out internet connection, and away we go. All right. So I'll just collect these daily rewards quickly, and now have a quick look at this, right? So now we have this match record, Anabrax versus Moving Ghost, win versus loss. All right, now that's going to be a nice little update for the friendly matches. It looks like by the time the championship ring comes around, things will be pretty sweet. Now have a look at Arena. We have a new little introduction here about like, this is where you can train against each other and blah, blah, blah. Take part in duels. It gives you a little tutorial, so make sure you read through that, all right, guys? I've already read through it on my other account. So it's trying to teach us, hey, we can duel here, we can duel here. And then now you can set a defense team, all right? Other Portal Masters will fight against your defense team. If your defense team is weak, you're bound to lose. One of the biggest changes right now for Arena is obviously the defense team and the corrupted mana. All right, so we'll see that when we get in. Now you'll see that the interface again is nice and neat, and we have this, see this change icon here, this little defense icon, and now I've got the sword, the double cross sword icon. So we got the shield and the sword, right? These are the different teams that are showing up right now. So let me set my new defense team, right? So let's say I'll set Light Jet back there, and let's put, who should we throw in here? Let's throw Tree Rex in there. So I'm just going to throw in some bruises quickly. Whoops. Sorry, we don't want Tree Rex there as a leader skill. And we'll throw Wildstorm in there, alright? So, just as a quick little whatever. How's that look? That should be fine, right? So you know what? Let's throw an Ingenie in there. Alright. So, I'll save that. So now I've saved my defense. We go back. Now this is our arena defense team. This is the team that people will face when they attack us. And if we go into the record tab, you can now see there's an attack record and a defense record. And you can see I've actually already been hit, guys. So there's a lot of victories against me already. And now we also have a revenge tab, right? So let's take a look at this guy. Let's revenge on this guy. How about that? So hit revenge. Here's our attack team up. Boom, let's go. And then we'll jump back into the regular arena entry, and we'll have a look at our list of people and things that we can hit. So you see the 30 seconds there up the top of the screen, the glowing red. Hopefully we don't reach that, but within 30 seconds, if we haven't beaten them in that 30 seconds, we are going to suffer damage. Alright? So they may very well survive to the 30 seconds at this point. We'll find out. So I'm just going to cannon jump them again and try and detonate them again with Boomer here. Ooh, very nice, very nice. 19, 18. Uh-oh. Come on, food fight. What are you doing, boy? Oh no, we might actually lose this. Come on, golfer, get out there. Alright, 13, 12. Alright, let's see if we can get a bit of a heal up. I am curious about how much damage that does, but it looks like we're going to clear it. I can't really hold it off. I can turn the auto off. Hang on, let's turn the auto off. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so we'll wait for this timer, alright? Oh, 6. Oh, no, there we go, guys. 5. It's a turn timer, guys. It's a turn timer. It's not seconds. Alright, that's my bad. That's my bad, guys. We lost it. Oh no, I was trying to, okay, so that's my bad, guys. So they've changed it to a turn timer. We learn the hard way. Alright, let's hit someone quickly. So whenever I hit a really tanky defense, we'll find out exactly how much it changes. But now we're in the regular attack, and what I want to show you guys is what happens when we fail an attack. So you can see we've got a somewhat bruisery, like a much more bruiser-oriented team here at the moment, right? So we'll bomb these guys on the side. Oh wow, that boomer hit hard. That was a surprise. That guy crit is good. But this is a good example of losing, alright? So, now we go back to our opponents, right? And now you can see that you can retry the opponent. You can see you get 3 tries to hit someone. So you don't get to see that until you've actually lost against them, right? So now for each opponent, you only get 3 tries. So let's hit this guy again. Let's see if we can actually bomb him into oblivion this time without getting crit by his boomer. That hurt a lot. And then we'll move on to the rest of the scenario-related stuff, alright guys? Because that'll be the arena and PvP out the way. So let's go again with the bomb. Get Gulper out there. Oh wow, okay. That went horribly. That buckshot got us really good, really early. Oof. See how hard that Tree Rex hit, guys? Very, very good unit for your arena defense. Alright, so now we just gotta get rid of Tree Rex if we can. Oof. Very tanky unit. We may hit it here. Ooh, the bomb got us. Death by bomb. All because Boomer had like that much HP left. All right. So now that we've dramatically failed on camera, I'll don't worry, I'll climb my rank up later, guys. Now we can have a quick look at our records again. All right. So you can see now we've got our attack records here, and our defense records are showing here. Nice and simple. All right. All right. So once again, shield shows your defense, and attack, the swords show your attack team. And you can obviously change your defense team by clicking defense team here, and you can change your attack team by going duel and then trying to attack somebody. And then you just set your attack team there. All right, guys? So nice little change to the arena and the friendly match interface for one. Now, Master Eon's Guide. Let's double check the event here quickly and see if the first one's still up here. Yes, so when you start your fresh account, you should have this Master Eon's Adventure Guide, this first phase here, and you will obviously go through this quest chain, collect these rewards, and you'll be set, right, guys? Now for the next part, Master Eon's Guide here, right? It says, oh, basically what you do is you collect a bunch of Skylanders and you level them up, all right? So let's skip through this quickly. So as you can see here, we've got Spyro, Kaboom, Flashwing, Gilladrilla, Stealth Elf, and all these other Skylanders where they want you to get them to a specific level, which is part of the new patch, where you can just level any Skylander up to level 70. So you can see we want like a level 50 Whamshell, level 50 Crit King, level 60 Barbella, level 60 Hex, and then you can pick from a Nat 5 out of any of these 10, all right? So you can even pick from Astro Blast and Nightmare, which is pretty amazing that they give you that option. Stormblade, great for PvP and PvE progression. Spitfire, also great for PvE, PvP kind of progression. Like all of these Nat 5s are pretty solid. All right. Chain Reaction is going to help you a lot in, say, B9 or Wailing 10. Obviously, Astro Blast is going to be nice against like invasion bosses, Chaos Dungeon, like just any of that single target, anywhere that you can use that heavy single target nuke of his, he's going to be great for. Nightmare, obviously that leader skill is just really, really nice, and she has the defense down AoE on all enemies, also quite nice to bring along. And yeah, it'll be up to you guys which one you want to pick, but you're going to get 250 shards of them. Now, if you go to rewards, right, they do have this little purchase option and these little bonus rewards on the right-hand side here, little extras you'll get just for that little low cost of 50 bucks. Now, obviously, this account for me is free to play, so I won't be purchasing that, but if you guys want to, it depends on if you've already got the shards or not, if you think it's a good deal. So like you've got 100 Boomer, 100 Whamshell, 100 Flashwing, 100 Gorilla, 100 Whirlwind, 100 Crit King, you know what I mean? And then they give you all these bonus shards for Hex and Barbella as well. Quite nice, definitely enough to build the units up to a decent extent. And then obviously once those are finished, you get to pick your final reward, which is your Nat 5. All right, so that is going to be really great for anyone starting out, just in general, because as long as you summon the Skylander, you'll be able to level up to the required level, and then you can just pick your Nat 5. No problem, all right? Now, the next change, and obviously this is a big one, is, well, actually, sorry, we have already been discussing it somewhat, but let's duck into our Skylanders quickly here. And let's go to this look. Now you can see that all of these Skylanders that aren't level 70 can now continue to be leveled up. This is going to be huge, both for helping out with your early progression, not so much for your later progression. When it comes to the question of if you should awaken or 6-star your Skylander, definitely focus on still 6-starring it because those bonus stats are going to be very helpful. Unless the Skylander itself kind of requires the awakening. So, for example, Blast Zone is probably a really great good example of this, where his awaken completely changes his first skill that he uses quite often from a single target to an AoE target skill. Ninjini here, her Abracadabra skill will change from just the crit rate up, heal down to crit rate up and crit rate down plus the heal down, which is like a huge upgrade for her when you take her into bosses, because that crit rate down is going to be super helpful for making sure that your team stays alive, for example. So there's a couple of units where you are definitely going to want to get them awakened. However, like in Ginny's case, you're definitely still going to want to 6-star and awaken before you're using her appropriately. Blast Zone's case, again, awakened just to get that double AoE of his, because his second skill is also an AoE. So, check your awakened skill. But in most cases, you are going to be wanting to 6-star them first still for those stats, because the stats from making them 6-star is a lot more important than the awaken in most cases. All right, guys? Now, the other important part about this particular section here of the patch, right, is that now that we can level any unit up to 70, this part here, so if you go to collection, this part here where we can collect these gems, you can now level all of the Skylanders that you summon straight to 70, which means that from level 1 to level 70, at every like 10 level checkpoint that, or whatever level it is that you get gems at, you can do that for every Skylander in one hit now. Also, if we go back to here, the villains, you can also power them up to 70. See how my Gulper, who is a 5-star, can now be leveled all the way to 70 rather than 60. So that's another change here. You can take any villain and take it straight to max level 70, regardless of its star grade quality. However, you are going to want to power it up as soon as you can still, because again, those stats are super important. A good example here is this 5-star Gulper here. Let's say he's got 1400 defense, 5400 HP, right? 1900 attack. If we take a quick look at my hot dog here, who's max level 70, 6-star, not awakened, he's only got 5000 HP, 1200 defense, and 3700 attack. All right, and he's on these attack percentage runes, or attack percentage, accuracy, defense. So he's on these 5-star energy runes. So my 5-star Gulper has comparable stats to a level 70 max hot dog. All right. So a max level 6-star Gulper, or just any of the 3-star villains, is going to be about on par with these 1-star Skylanders. Something to take note of there, all right, guys? And for the final key part is going to be the changes to the scenario. All right. So you're going to see that the we've got a quota now for each difficulty, right? For each difficulty of the scenario. So easy, you've got like the 15 out of 15 Gorilla Driller. That is for all stages. Like, so from 1 to 6, you can now get a guaranteed 15 pieces, 15 shards of Gorilla, all right? And then for your boss stage, you can get guaranteed Omni Stones, all right? And you'll notice that with each difficulty, the Omni Stone changes. So we get rare ones there, heroic ones there. And it's like that for pretty much all of them, except that they can be specific as well. So each of the rewards is going to be different, but they're all going to be Omni Stones. And as you can see, we have guaranteed shards regardless of difficulty. And then once you've farmed those guaranteed shards, you can just continue to farm like normal to still get those random kind of shards. So if you want to play it nice and safe, you can just do your 15 quota per day and then leave it at that if you like. Now you can actually, while you're farming, you can get more shards, all right? So let's chuck these guys on a quick times 10. Hopefully it's quick. But when your times 10's finished, you do have the opportunity to have collected more than these 10 shards that we're going for. Alright guys? So I did a run earlier on my AU account, and that turned into 12 stink bomb shards rather than just the 10, which is what I wanted to show you guys here. So I'll just let this run quickly. And yeah, so in terms of which Nat 5 is the best for you to pick, right? Back to the back to the free Nat 5 that you guys are going to get as newbie players or veteran players. It's going to depend on what you want to do with your progression, right? That's going to be the biggest choice. Wailing 9 and 10 are probably a bit tough to aim for. B9 is pretty easy to aim for if you want to choose chain reaction, or you could go like chain reaction boomer, or you could say choose to go with Nightmare and Astro Blast, for example. Like Astro Blast again is going to be quite nice for those heavy single target hits, and Arena to an extent. Astro Blast is counterable. You can counter Astro Blast with, say, like a Washbuckler, for example, or any other unit that has a lower cooldown or just shares the cooldown, right? So like Astro Blast has a 6-second cooldown on that Uber nuke of his. It is counterable with another 6-second cooldown, as long as you get to go first, basically. Or for example, even Nightmare with the leader skill. There's a good potential for coming back with a win with that leader skill on killing your opponent's Skylander. And yeah, Stormblade you might want to use for Arena. However, for PvE progression, you are going to need like super good runes if you plan on using Stormblade past B7. Like you can get away with using it for B8, I suppose, and you can definitely use it for Wailing 8. However, that's again more earlier kind of progression, and you can do that with very basic units. So Wailing 8 can be done with your basic damage dealer, a 5-star Enigma, and a 4-star Jetpack. And regular Jetpack is now fully farmable in the scenarios here. So yeah, like you don't really need to like pump into Stormblade unless you're planning to use it for Arena, I guess. I have heard some people wanted to use it for B10. I think like Stormblade Starcast for B10 would be, you'd need a very high rune quality for that, right? Is the only real issue with that. In which case, like, you are now freely provided, like, who have they got? They've got Kaboom on easy, Igniter on normal, and Wildfire on hard difficulty. Fully farmable units, guys. And then the boss scenarios are providing the Omni Gems for you, right? I would suggest, like, if you don't want to sit there and like hard farm a unit, I would like to suggest that you try and hit, just like I suggested previously, to hit every boss scenario as much as you can. Continue hitting your boss scenarios and like hit every stage that you can for those guaranteed shards each day. You don't have to hit all of them. If you've got the time, I'd like to recommend that you do. Just so once that unit is finished being built, you'll never have to touch it again, right? So that's something to take note of there, is that once you have finished farming those shards and that unit is, completed, like 6-star max +5 awakened, you'll never have to farm it again, right? You're going to have all these spare shards laying around, which hopefully Comtuous soon figures out something to do with, right? And, yeah, you won't have to farm it anymore. In which case, you'll have all that extra time. It's just early on, if you want that edge, that kind of advantage of having a large variety of Skylanders, early on, is obviously the best time to start farming for these units, because the sooner you've got them, at least 6-starred, the sooner they're going to help you out with your progression when you need them. So like Chaos Dungeon is a good example of why you might want a wide variety of these, of Skylanders, Skylander elements, sorry, because they are so element specific. That extra 50% attack, defense, health when you go into Chaos Dungeon, it helps a lot. Even if you take like a 5-star in there at like, max level, well, when max level was max level 60, it like helps a ton, right? Compared to just taking a poorly runed, not like neutral element into the dungeon instead, right? The Chaos Dungeon, that is. Just because those extra stats you get from the boost for having that specific element are so huge when it comes to Chaos. Like, I think a really good example is the first day that Chaos reset, right? So we've got rank 1 Chaos, where we're not really getting any bonuses or assistance in lowering Chaos's health during his different phases. I took Food Fight and Stealth Elf in there with Enigma, and they pretty much almost finished off. Like, they got to the 3rd phase on their own on the first day, right? Just because they had that elemental advantage. Whereas if I go and take them into a neutral, they only get about halfway into the 2nd phase, and then my second team kind of gets insta-gibbed as they're trying to swap teams, or they do like a bit of damage before they get insta-gibbed by the I mean, anyone that's done Chaos Dungeon understands where I'm coming from when I say Chaos gets quite a few extra turns when you're team swapping, and it can be quite dangerous, right? So something to take note of there is that if you can build out your roster, you're going to have a much easier time when it comes to continuing to build out your roster by farming Chaos Dungeon for, say, your Nat 5s that you're after, or maybe you want to finish that Nat 3 quickly, like I did like Jetpack for the last couple of days, and now he's 6-star. Just because I wanted to finish up that 6-star farm before he went away from being fully farmable in scenarios, because he can no longer be farmed in the scenarios. Just make sure you go through, check out each Skylander for each scenario, and you'll see what I mean, right? So after this last times 10, we'll see if we got any bonus shards quickly, and we'll go through and we'll have a quick peek at each Skylander that's there, and I'll probably wrap up the video after that. All right. You can see I've been hard farming Ninjini there a little bit. She's actually very close to being awakened. I stopped farming her once the patch notes got released because I knew I'd get those guaranteed shards. I had quite a lot of 0 shard drops, which is kind of why I want to recommend, like, if you can get away with it and you don't have the patience, just stick with doing the guaranteed shards each day. They will accumulate over time. All right, so we only got the 10 shards. Kind of wasted your time there, but we got to talk about a lot. All right. However, you can definitely get more shards than just the 10 out of your times 10 run there, or your times 15 run, all right? So, Stink Bomb, hard. Stealth Elf, normal. Grilla Driller, easy. All right, scenario 1. Scenario 2, we've got Wham Shell, easy. Chill on normal. So down, no longer a boss farm, is now a completely farmable regular unit. Very helpful in various stages of the game where you need that nice little tank in the freeze. Washbuckler, nice counter to Astro Blast. I'll have you guys know. He's got a nice little attack down leader skill, or a chance at an attack down, and he can either, if you awaken him, he will blind. He's also got a lower cooldown, and he does pretty solid damage, right? He's got a 5-second cooldown compared to Astro's 6-second cooldown, so he'll take the first turn there. And then obviously we've got the Omni Gems. Now we've got Wildfire for hard in scenario 3. Potentially a nice tank for B10, right? He has the block rate passive buff. Block rate's quite important for your dungeon runs. So I'd suggest make sure you get some block rate in some form when you're trying for your B10, because that's going to help a lot on the boss crits and even the wave crits. All right, guys. We've got Igniter. We all saw Size Igniter basically solo carrying B10 just the other day. All right, you can put other low mana cost units around him, and as long as Igniter makes it to the boss, the dude is going to absolutely destroy the boss for you. All right, so excellent unit for heavy single target damage. So invasion bosses, chaos dungeon, and B10, right? Or just anywhere that he's got an elemental advantage. And then obviously Kaboom, excellent for general progression, just an all-round, somewhat probably a little overpowered or overtuned for a 2-star unit, but fully farmable on easy, alright? Whirlwind, great cleanser here, well not cleanser, but like he reduces the amount of time that debuffs last on your team. Really good heal over time unit, alright? Easy to get and he's on easy. Gusto, pretty decent tank. I've had people tell me that he's good to use as a B9 tank, and then that can also progress into B10 tanking. Just kind of a fully farmable tank. Having a fully farmable tank is nice, especially when it's 100% chance to aggro, I'm pretty sure. Whereas Wildfire's chance to aggro was only like 80% when it's maxed out. Regular Jetpack here, excellent for Wailing 8. And you can start with his shards too. So you can farm him up, make him a 5-star or even better, right? Just straight off the bat, you'll be farming Wailing 8 in no time with your, like in my video, Kaboom, Enigma, and regular Jetpack at 4-star even was clearing it. So a 5-star Enigma, a 6-star Kaboom, right? Easy 6-star runes for you guys, like Fatal runes, Hit runes, Dodge runes. As long as you're getting your 6-star runes, but those Fatal runes with their crit rate on them, definitely something to aim for. Here's your Rocky Roll. Great unit if you want to break into B8 rather than Wailing 8. Alright? The guy's got a little attack up buff, and he's very low mana cost. And he has a chance of getting a bonus hit after he's attacked a few times. Flashwing, amazing earth healer. 4 mana cost, 11-second cooldown. I think it's a 9-second cooldown when you skill him up. And Flashwing also has a strip on skill 1. Really good, just solid healer to take for, say, B8 or anywhere Earth has elemental advantage, even as a neutral healer, right? Barbella, high mana costs, but I think very workable if using low mana cost units with charge skills, right? Because she has 2 4 energy skills, she can be quite tricky to use. However, she is quite a solid revenge focused block tank. So if she blocks something, then she'll revenge on the enemy. So not too bad. Most people haven't worked out just exactly where to use her yet though. Has a good leader skill that increases your endurance though for adventures and challenges, so it works out really nicely. So hard scenario 6, gear shift, fully farmable, very, very nice unit. Great for invasion, arena, RTA, B10 even, because of the wide range damage down and the evasive focus kind of stats. Just a really, really nice support unit in general. Boomer, great for B9, great for detonating kaboom bombs or just bombs in general. Just a really solid unit that you can use in B8, B9. I've even cleared waves in B10 using Boomer, though I have to manual that particular run. Probably also great for Wailing 10 later on, though I don't have a team for that just yet. Solid unit, can be used in RTA, PvP. You guys saw our Boomers destroying each other just before, right? My losses were to Boomer crits just before. Really good units, alright guys? And then we've got Chopper here. Disruptor, really high energy cost though. I would recommend, say, farming Gill Grunt or Cinder, especially now that Cinder's available for invasion disruption. Just because of the mana cost makes things a bit more manageable. Supposedly Chopper can do uh, somewhat okayish damage in comparison though, but I'd still rather just go for the disrupt. All right. Spyro now fully farmable on easy. Great damage share. Will help you get through Pinata actually, right? So Pinata has those really strong, solid single target hits. So if you're having problems with Pinata, that damage share will help against those. Pair Spyro with say Light Jetpack or Gear Shift for wide range damage down. Really nice little combo that they've got going on there to prevent both the AoE damage and the hard single target hits. All right. And then Ninjini, you guys saw, really nice B10 unit, and just anywhere else she's got elemental advantage, and you need that single target DPS or that crit rate down, heal down buff, debuff. Splat, a lot of people are hyping Splat up for B10. Her kit does seem quite good for it, and I'm going to be interested to see how it goes. Also, potentially a really nice PvP unit, just with the way her kit works, where she attacks a unit and then a bonus hit happens, and then she's got a chance. Oh, sorry, she attacks a unit and then randomly attacks another unit, and then she's got a chance of bonus hitting on one of those two units. So quite an interesting little mechanic she's got. Seems like it has a bit of promise. I haven't had one built myself yet, so something to keep an eye out there for, guys. Now we've got Roller Brawler here. Quite a nice unit. Off the top of my head, I can't remember her skill set properly, but I know that from my use of her back in the day as a 4-star, she does solid damage. Her mana is quite manageable, and her buff debuffs, just her synergy, is quite nice. So if you do want that kind of single target undead damage dealer, I think one of her skills does hit as an AoE, though not as strong as some other units. Not a bad unit to farm for either. Cinder, single target. Has a disrupt on the first skill. Defense ignore on both skills, especially once awakened. And also self buffs with defense and attack. Just overall, really nice, well-rounded unit. I have heard that she doesn't do as much damage as some people would like her to do. However, I believe that probably has more to do with the fact that her skills are like low mana cost, or at least her disrupt is low mana cost. So obviously, the lower the mana cost, with the lower cooldown, so it's 1 mana, 10-second cooldown, I think. Like, you're not going to be nuking people like that because that skill would be a bit overpowered, you know? Comduous like to balance the Skylander skills based on their like energy cost and cooldown time versus the multipliers that they get. And then obviously Crit King on easy, quite a nice unit. I have been wrecked by them in the AU servers here and there with their 1 mana cost, 10-second AoE that they've got. It can hit quite hard if built with really nice runes. So something to watch out for in Arena. The skill 1 also reduces cooldowns on your other units, I believe. So something that, and he's got a Leer skill where he does some attack. I think he helps with your attack percentage in adventures and challenges. Not a bad unit to aim for if you want. And then we've just got Omni Gems, as you guys can see. And then Shadow Spitfire is still here in hard difficulty. Nice unit. I haven't got one built. I haven't seen many people build it. I think just because Shadow Spitfire has been a bit more difficult to access. As you can see, Scenario 9 hard. Not everyone's going to be farming that just yet, right? Same for Light Hex here on Scenario 10 hard. Going to be quite difficult to farm for most people. As you can see, you can farm for some legendary Omni Gems each day if you can handle the Shrine of Light on hard, which most people cannot at the moment. And then again, more Omni Gems. Alright guys, so I hope that kind of helps you kind of figure out who you might want to aim for in that case. Those are the main key things that you want to kind of watch out for with this new patch and pay attention to. And yeah, other than that, I hope this has helped out. Please focus on leveling your Skylanders, get those gems, guys, and you too will wind up with this 35,977 ridiculous amount of gems. Please remember though that these gems are finite. Once you have leveled up all these Skylanders, collect all those gems, that's it, right? You're not going to get more from that. It's going to be your weekly arena rewards and your weekly guild rewards. All right, guys, I'll leave it there. And yeah, happy progression and good luck with the new patch. Hua.